Hey, what's going on? I am J.A. Dudley, and this is my van behind me. See? My Ram ProMaster 2500. Got the solar panels up top. Oh, that's my rooster. And you see that exhaust there? Got a diesel heater uh, inside there. Hopefully, I'll be able to have enough money set to the side this fall to be able to finish out the van, a project I started last year when my wife and I came out of here, my people. And the reason that we made that decision or started making the plans for that is because we saw the failure in the infrastructure. I've been seeing it for quite some time that that the city life one isn't for us, but the infrastructure is a how do you say it's a guaranteed a guaranteed to fail type thing because of the on time logistics. You you have electricity, and without electricity in cities and urban environments, everything fails and falls apart because nobody prepares anymore. Nobody invests in their infrastructure or anything like that. And it is it is very saddening. Like I said in my video before about leaving things behind, I also left that fear behind. Where we're living at now, we're living in a trailer. If things get rough, we can hop in this van and go. The majority of our stuff can fit in this van. We downsized our life. Uh, there was what was the name of this hurricane? Hurricane Ida. There are always hurricanes, tropical depressions, tropical storms, whatever you want to call them, spinning up off the coast of Africa and making their way west to the United States to destroy some stuff. People said when I wanted to move to Kansas and uh, eventually came out here to Oklahoma, they said, "Oh, what about the tornadoes? It's going to be so bad. It's this." Well, natural disasters happen, but you get a fair warning. You prepare. Like the property that we're on. It has a cellar thing, a storm shelter, tornado shelter, that if it really gets that bad, we can run to that part of the property where that is, hop in it, and be protected. But you don't have that in the city. If the electricity goes off, no one can get fuel. Uh, all of your all the stuff in your refrigerator is going to get spoiled. Eventually, you'll lose water pressure, so you won't be able to wash your hands, brush your teeth, wash your body. Your toilets won't work because you don't have running water or water stored to be able to flush your toilets. Most cases, you don't have shelf stable food to be able to survive for a few days, few weeks, a month, a couple of months. You Some of the sewage system isn't gravity driven. There are pumps that move that water, and if things get backed up or the ground can't absorb it, you're hit. I just watched a little documentary about Mexico City in Mexico, about how it's a city that's sinking. And why is it sinking? Because it was built on top of a river or a lake. And that lake, the concrete that's on top of all of that uh, does not have the ability to let the water go down to into the lake bed. and the people are drilling these wells to try and get what water is left out of there to supply the city. There's too many people in the city, uh, and every time they take water out of it, it collapses a little bit. So the same thing is happening in these urban environments. Look at what just happened in New Jersey, where I moved from, East Orange, New Jersey. There was flooding all over the place. So much was destroyed. If the wind didn't take it, it was flooded. Cars were destroyed. Homes were destroyed. One of these apps that I still have on my phone, people were complaining like, "Oh no, I'm calling 911 and nobody's picking up the phone." But were you the same people that voted to defund the police and all that stuff? There's a trickle effect for all of this stuff. The infrastructure, the building that people are still doing. Where's all of this runoff rainwater going to go? There's no place for it to go. It's supposed to maybe go out into the what is that? I can't. Is that the Passaic River in Kearney or Newark or however wherever it's supposed to go to? These are all New Jersey references for anyone that knows about it. If that is full, there's no place for that water to go but into your homes. Did you at least? Do you at least have a backup generator so your sump pump can run and try and keep up with the flooding of the water? Do you have a generator to keep your refrigerator going if you didn't prepare for something like this? These storms, you can look and see right now what storm systems are starting off the coast of Africa, and then you can start to track them to see if it's going to come your way. So you need to prepare. You have to prepare because the infrastructure in these cities are no good. Eventually, these cities are going to end up just like what's happening in Mexico City. You're going to constantly get these storms, these hurricanes, this flooding, and then there's going to be great erosion. Then, this ridiculously overpriced house where you're paying $16,000 a year in property taxes for nothing, and your foundation just cracked. Oh, your house just got inspected. Oh, your house is condemned. You can't live in it anymore. Oh, your insurance company is only going to give you half the price for what the market value says that the house is worth. So now you're losing out. You still have to pay the taxes, or the city or state is going to take, or county is going to take your property. You don't own anything. You're living like sardines on top of each other. You don't have access to your weapons. And when what was that, Hurricane Sandy that came through years ago? I think that was the one that hit the East Coast. There were people getting shot at gas stations when the gas station people, they set up they set up generators to be able to run their pumps to be able to still sell gasoline, and impatient people that were panicked, not prepared, didn't have any food or anything like that. They then got irate and ended up killing people. Didn't hear about that stuff on the news because that would just cause more panic. People need to wake up. This whole country is crumbling because people are putting all of these fat checks in their pockets, but they're not getting anything done. And then everyone else, they want to live up like the Joneses and purchase a expensive house that they can't afford. They want to purchase a expensive car that they can't afford just so they can have, they can look like everyone else. They want to try and fit in. I'd say stop fitting in. Be your own person. Turn to Yah. Understand why you're here. And come out of here, my people, because these cities are crumbling. That's it for me. Shalom.